All right, what's up, guys? Good morning for another Money Morning. What's up, Andrew?
Good morning, Richard. 9:01. I am a minute late. My apologies.
Always fashionably late. Okay, so we have Andrew's put together 5 practical ways for you guys to save money. This little tip list. So without any further ado, just kick it off for us, Andrew, and let us know what is up with these tips this morning.
Okay, so as you said, I've got 5 simple tips for people to have extra cash flow, extra money, therefore extra savings. The first one is groceries. I know we've talked off on this in previous episodes, but I want to mention it. This is a tip for sure. Groceries are an expensive household expenditure depending on the amount of people that live in that household. People with if it's just yourself living in the house, groceries probably won't cost you more than anywhere between $250 to $400, depending on what kind of groceries you're buying and where you're buying them from. But for those with households with children, 2, 3, 4 children, groceries can easily exceed $1,000. And that is a significant amount of budget on a monthly basis. So what you want to do is save on groceries because it's one of your biggest expenditures. You want to try to price match and buy things in bulk or in sales, specifically when you have bigger households. So like I said, when you got multiple children in the house, teenagers, maybe young adults, 18, 19, 20 type of situation, they are going to be eating a lot of food. Therefore, you can buy in bulk and feel comfortable and confident that you're not going to be throwing away a bunch of food at the end of 3, 4, 5 days because it's not going to go bad or rotten. So you want to try to save on groceries. That is a significant cost reduction measure. Like I said, you want to price match. So, the Walmarts with the grocery stores here, the Sobeys, the Metros, whatever it might be. You want to look at the flyers to see what's on sale. You want to go to the Costco's and buy things in bulk. Those types of measures will save you money in the long run. Now, the next part I have to say is, or the next factor is saying goodbye to debt. So another significant cost to a monthly budget or a household budget is what people are paying towards debt. And obviously that's where we come into play. That's what we focus and specialize in. We eliminate that debt for the individual. However, some people are paying upwards of $2,000 plus per month in minimum payments. That would be on a debt load of about $100,000. And we've got multiple clients in that type of scenario. So if you have a monthly expenditure towards credit card, lines of credit, loans, unsecured, payday loans, overdrafts, store charge cards, stuff like that, and it accumulates to a significant amount of money, and as I said, $2,000 is a significant amount of money, you want to eliminate that debt because that will free up the $2,000 in your budget for some much more important and necessary expenditures. So you want to figure out a way to eliminate that debt. There are multiple strategies around in the country that you can use to eliminate that debt. We've talked about those strategies in various previous episodes. I'll just list them off quickly for you. We got our debt settlement program. There's bankruptcy options. There's consumer proposal options. There's credit counseling options, and there's a debt roll-up strategy option. All of them have their pros and their cons. You want to know what you're getting involved in. You want to know what's best for your scenario. So you want to talk to a specialist that can help you guide you in the best possible way. Feel free to give us a shout if you want to know about those programs or our program specifically. I'm sure Richard could drop into the link our website. So if you're able to get rid of your debt, that can free up significant amount of money in your budget that you can allocate for savings, investments, or some other type of area of cost. Now, this is a small one, but it can free up quite a bit of money on a yearly basis. It's energy costs. Right now, because of the pandemic, here in Ontario, our electrical costs have been dropped. I believe the daytime rates have been matched to the evening rates for those that are unable to get out to work and who are at home now throughout the day or are working from home throughout the day. So that is not that big of a deal. The government has helped lower the cost there. But essentially, you want to try to reduce your cost on utilities. You got your water bills, you got your hydro bills, which is your electricity, and then you got your gas bill, which is for heating. So you want to try to minimize those costs. You want to follow the simple rules of turning off a light when you leave the room. It doesn't sound like rocket science, but a lot of people, specifically children, will leave lights on throughout the day, throughout the evening, and that will run up you easily a couple $100 at the end of a year. And that's just for that one utility cost. So if you turn off lights, buy yourself those energy efficient light bulbs, Put things on dimmers or on timers, smart switches. Same thing with thermostats. If you got yourself a smart thermostat, you can accommodate and adjust your temperatures when you've forgotten to turn down the heat or turn down the air conditioning in the summer, when you've gone away for work, or if you've gone away for a long weekend, or whatever it might be. You have the ability to adjust the temperature and save on those costs on the 3 utilities: the water, the gas, and the electricity. Another small one is showers. Don't reduce the amount of showers. That's not going to be a good idea. You don't want to smell for those around you in your life, but you want to definitely cut down the amount of time you're spending in the shower. So children usually like to spend a longer period of time in the shower. Ask them to spend a shorter amount of time in the shower, even with yourself, rather than spending 10, 15 minutes in the shower, to condense it down to 5 or 10 minutes if possible. All these simple, small factors will allow you to save $20 to $50 per month in hydro bills or utility bills, and that can add up to $600 to $1,000 a year on a yearly basis on savings. So you want to eliminate those or minimize those utility costs.
Let me just add to that before you go to the next point, because the Ontario government has a plan right now. I don't know if it's still open or if they've closed it down, but you can ask your utility company if you haven't paid attention to your billing when it comes in. But they have 3 tiers of relief. I think the basic tier is they'll send you some LED light bulbs, all the way up to a more substantial relief plan, which involves, I think, upgrading certain appliances or maybe even the furnace and water heater and stuff like that. So make sure you ask your utility company if you qualify. It's all based on your household income. If you've been laid off, if you've lost a household income and stuff like that. The other thing I wanted to mention about showers is you should, if you care about yourself and you manage your self-care, you should have a gym membership. Shower at the gym. I see a lot of people just kind of like walk in and out of there. They've got showers there. Just, bring your bag with a towel and your toiletries and just have a shower at the gym. They got a sauna usually, or a pool or a steam room or something. After your workout, use it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't do that right now. Gym showers are closed. They've been prohibited.
At my gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My gym, they're prohibited. So
they have like every other one open. Yeah.
Yeah. Ours are closed. So, but if you have access to a gym shower, that is definitely a good idea. I do know people that use that exclusively, so they don't have to shower at home. But it is another cost savings measure. The next one is selling stuff around the house that you are hoarding that you do not need. So that's basically the purpose of garage sales. People use garage sales and now these online forums to sell and get rid of stuff in their house that they don't need. You got, Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. You have Kijiji. You got Letgo. All these apps are now available where you can list an item for sale and get some money for it. The old school way is a garage sale. Now, it might not fetch you the kind of results that you're looking for, because a lot of people are now into the online selling option. But if you have a garage sale, put some stuff on your driveway into your garage, and you will likely sell a lot of your stuff that you do not need. You will put some money in your pocket. It could be anything as small as $300-400 at the end of the day, or it can be something upwards of a couple $1,000s depending on what you're selling. So that is money you can put into some other aspect of your life. You can put it into investment. You can put it into savings. You can use it to clear up some debts that you've got that you want to eliminate, so you can free up the budget that you're paying towards the debt on a monthly basis. If you've got, say, $5,000 of debt, and that debt's costing you, just assume it's $100 per month in a minimum payment. It's not a lot, but you can, rather than pay $100 per month in the minimum payment, you can get rid of $2,000 of that $5,000 if you've got yourself a good amount of money from your sale of your items. Not only that, are you getting rid of stuff you don't need? It frees up space in your house. So if you've got a cluttered basement, or if you have a cluttered garage, you can then now potentially park your vehicle in your garage if you've offloaded a lot of your stuff from the garage that you did not need. Same with things for the children. So if you've got 2 or 3 children, and now they're older and they're through past the age of playing with toys, you might want to offload those toys. You might want to offload those clothes. You might even want to just donate them to someone you might know that can be of use for those toys or those clothes. So that's the next thing, is you want to go through and see if you can list and sell some items and use it to pay down some debt, or to apply towards savings and assets.
There was a big push towards minimalism. There was even a docuseries or a documentary on Netflix that was put out in the last couple of years. And I often wonder about people that end up parking their cars in the driveway, especially throughout the winter, when you get up in the morning and it's like -20 Usually the inside of my garage, like when I get in the car and I start it, it says it's over zero for sure. It's like 3 to 7 degrees, depending on how cold it is outside, but it's always above zero. And I mean, if you get rid of the crap, one, you can sell it all, obviously. Two, you create some space, you become more of a minimalist. You're more mobile. You have the ability to maneuver. You have less crap holding you down. I mean, you don't own these things, they own you. And three, you're going to lower the fuel cost of using your car. Your car is not efficient when it's frozen, right? Like when you start up a cold car, it's highly inefficient. The computer usually dumps extra fuel into the engine, runs richer. It throws it, through the system to heat it up faster. So you're far better off putting your car in a garage if you have it and getting the shit out of your garage and storing it either in a storage facility is going to cost you money. Ideally, get rid of it, sell it, get it to the dump. You probably don't need most of the stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the last point 5 is, again, we've, I guess, harped on this for episodes, is budgeting. It's a significant and major component of people's livelihood. You need to know what's going on with your income and your expenses. You need to sit down on a regular basis as a couple or by yourself if you're a single individual household and look at your income and your expenses and figure out what you've got going on. I've said this before for myself. I go over my budget at least once every 6 months. I want to know what's coming in. I want to know what's going out. I want to know what kind of surplus I have. And therefore, I know how to budget and to plan things for the future. If you do not budget, or if you do not know what your budget looks like, you are going to have significant money problems. And that's what we find on most instances and circumstances. Those with debt and those with money problems do not know what kind of budget they're looking at on a regular basis. They need to go over a budget. You need to sit down, look at your bank statement, cross-reference it to what you have on a piece of paper in front of you with your expenses, and that way you know what you got going on. If you use all 5 of these tips collectively and together, you will be able to determine and be able to have more money at the end of the month. Paying off some debt lowers your monthly payments. Selling some stuff will allow you to pay off some debt. Saving on groceries or price matching will allow you to save money on a monthly basis to apply towards debt or to start putting towards savings. All these things go hand in hand. And at the end of the month, if you do implement each one of these things into your lifestyle, you will be able to save money monthly. And then at the end of the year, it accumulates on a greater level and you will see more progress or a much bigger amount of money savings at the end of the year. It might only be a couple $1,000s, but I can, believe you me, $1,000 is better in your pocket for what you want it for than struggling on a month-to-month basis. So there's my 5 tips. I'll remind you of them. It's save on groceries. It's save on utilities. It's sell your stuff that you don't need. Budget, and then the last one. I apologize. I forgot what that last one was.
How's it cost?
Sorry, say goodbye to debt. It's eliminating your debt, which is the most important factor as far as I'm concerned, because that's what weighs a lot of people down.
Hey, can I see your coffee mug? Or your tea mug, sorry. I know you don't drink coffee.
So there's one.
Hold it up there. Hold it up higher in front of the camera. There you go. Melody's got a question for you.
Could I get a bigger cup? Well, this was a gift. I got a set of 4 and it was a gift. So I didn't pay for it. And it's perfect for the morning because when
you're going to save money making your own drinks in the morning too. A lot of people will go to Tim Hortons or Starbucks or whatever, and depending on where you're going, it's like $1 and change to $5 or $6 if you get the specialty ones. I mean, you can make your own warm drink for probably less than 5 cents at home. So,
yeah, that's exactly what I do. This is a big cup, as that individual just posted on the screen there. That's easily enough for a thermos, a big thermos. And every morning when I get to the office, I don't buy Timmy's or a Starbucks coffee. I actually have a kettle at the office. I boil it. I have tea bags at the office. I have milk at the office. I have sugar at the office. I make my own tea at the office. On the weekend, I do the same thing here at the house. I don't spend, and it's for tea, it's like $1.75 now for a medium tea. Like that's just water and a tea bag. Why am I paying almost $2 for water and a tea bag? And that's
not
daily.
Just water, it's hot water.
It's hot water. Yeah, they have to boil it first and then give it to you, and they charge you $2 for that. So that's $10 a day on a 5-day working week. I'm not paying $10, $40 a month for something I don't need to pay. I can easily make it at the office, save myself some money. That's just what I do. It's a simple way to save money. It's not a significant amount of money. But that's $2. If you're adding in a coffee, a biscuit, a breakfast sandwich, whatever it is, a muffin, a donut, a bagel, whatever you might be adding into it, it's going to weigh you down. I just don't see the logic. Make your own breakfast, bring your own hot drink, and save your money.
Yep. All right, guys. So, Andrew, thanks for dispensing those tips. I got one for you guys next week on lowering your shopping costs by getting the best deal. It's actually a lot easier than you think. So make sure you come back next week to watch that one. If you've got an issue with debt, it's up on the screen there. If you're struggling with $15,000 or more credit card debt and you live in Canada, struggling meaning, you know, the balance has been on your statements for months, and whatever you're doing is not working. It's not paying it down. You're still carrying it. You don't see, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. Just go ahead and visit us at the website at totaldebtfreedom.ca and ask the consult team for a quote on some potential options. We'll make some suggestions, even if it's not our own, but we've usually got a program that can fit something within your budget. So I'll leave that also pinned in the top comment. And if you have a recommended topic you want us to cover for a future video, you can also leave that in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks, Andrew.